this afternoon from the spirit of prophecy. We thank you, dear Lord, the wonderful study that we had this morning. We thank you, dear Father, that we are in purpose and doing your will, glorifying you as I am. So have mercy upon us, dear Lord, and please help us in our study that we are going to do this afternoon, that you will give us a blessing, dear Father, that we will become more resolved to serve you and prepare for your second coming. These mercies we ask in Jesus' holy and precious name we pray. Amen. Okay, so last week we were looking at the months, the Jewish months, and the festivals that the Jewish months have. And we were looking and seeing that in the first months, right, in the first months, the first Jewish months, which is between March, April, right? That is when the year of the Jews starts. It's in March, April. And that was the month of Nisan. We had the Passover, we had the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and we had the Resurrection. After we pass the month of Nisan, we come to the month of Sivan, which is between May, June, and between that May, June, there, we have the Feast of Pentecost. And after we leave the Feast of Pentecost, we come to the month September, October, and within the month September, October, which is the month of Tishri, we have the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, and the Feast of Tabernacles. So, let me just write it down according to what I would write down all the months like what I write down before. But I'll just write the general services that we have to have. In our time now, the Catholic Church have it as Easter, right? Where they will say this is the resurrection, right? This they say is the Sabbath before, this is when Christ died, right? So they have it as Easter, right? But this is according to the Jewish months, right? Then we have, we skip out a month, then we go to, so this is just like an example. This is just like an example of what really took place within the Jewish months. March, April, which is the month of Nisan, we have the Passover, the Unleavened Bread, Resurrection. Then they skip out a month. Then we come to May, June, right, which is the month of Sivan. We have the Feast of Pentecost. And then after Sivan, we have June, July, August, September, October, right? We have the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, and the Feast of Tabernacles, right? Now, as we were saying last week, the Passover, we know around the time when Christ was the Passover lamb. We know that it was in the month of Nisan. So when they actually crucified Christ, we know that that month was the month of Nisan, when they would have the Passover lamb, because he was the Passover at that time. And we know that the resurrection took place within this also in Acts, when the Holy Spirit came down upon the apostles, right, in a cloven tongue of fire, and all men heard them speak in their own language. We know it is the month of Sivan, right? It was the month of Sivan, which is this feast taking place here, the Feast of Pentecost, right? So within the month of May, June, which is the month of Sivan, you have the Feast of Pentecost taking place. And after you leave May, June, you have June, July, right? July, August, September, October. Within this month, the month of Tishri, right? We have the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, and the Feast of Tabernacle. You know what the Feast of Tabernacle is, by the way? Feast of Tabernacle. After the Day of Atonement, what happens? What big main event happens after the Feast of Tabernacle? Huh? Yes, but rejoicing for a particular purpose. What does the Feast of Tabernacle have? The Feast of Tabernacle. Why after the Day of Atonement we have the Feast of Tabernacle? What does the Feast of Tabernacle symbolize? The Feast of Tabernacle. You don't know what the Feast of Tabernacle is? Alright, well let me just read from this book for you, alright? Alright, I'm reading the Feast of Tabernacle. The Feast of Tabernacle is Christ's second coming. So after the investigative judgment, the Day of Atonement, we have the second coming of Christ. You're hearing, right? After the Day of Atonement, we have the Feast of Tabernacles. We have the Feast of Tabernacle, which is the second coming of Christ. Okay, thank you. So after the Feast of, after we have the Feast of Trumpets, right? And we have the Day of Atonement. After the Day of Atonement, when the kingdom of God is made up, remember, the Ancient of Days sits, and the clouds of heaven brought the Son of Man to the Ancient of Days. Well, what the Son of Man went there to receive was a kingdom. The kingdom is those that will pass safe in the investigative judgment. Didn't we saw that already, right? So after the kingdom of God is made up in the investigative judgment, Christ will come to the earth. Amen? Are we in the investigative judgment period? Yes. Are we in the investigative judgment period? Yes. That means that we are nearer than we think to the second coming of Christ. Amen? So when people say, I hear Christ coming long, and when we take it so long, we are in the time of the end. That's what Daniel said. And Daniel said the time of the end is considered to be the last end. So we are in the last end, we are in the last trip. We are in the time when Christ will be seen coming in power and great glory to the earth. Amen? Let me just read a little bit on it. It says here, on the 15th day of the 7th month was the Feast of Tabernacle. Booths were temporary, structured, made up of olive branches, myrrh branches, pine branches, palm branches, and sticks to make pillars. This was to remind Israel of their temporary sojourn in the wilderness for 40 40 years where they dwell in booths and tents.
Dwelling in booths.
Huh?
Dwelling in booths.
Yes. Page 60. Right? There was to be a feast of ingathering 7 days at the end of the year to gather in the harvest of the field. Harvest. This sinful earth is not our temporary home. We are to look for a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth will be passed away. So, we have the Feast of Tabernacle. It takes place on the 15th of the 7th month. So this is the 7th month here. The Feast of Tabernacle takes place in the 7th month. Right? It takes place on the 15th of the 7th month. And this feast, on this 15th here, was a ceremonial Sabbath. Now, what the evangelical usually do is that the evangelical usually ties up the ceremonial Sabbath with the 7th-day Sabbath. When you have ceremonial Sabbath, you're talking about a ceremony that goes on the Sabbath. Sometimes there's a Sabbath that falls according to the new moon, right? And there's a Sabbath that falls otherwise. Solar and lunar Sabbaths, right? Right. When you have a solar and a lunar Sabbath, we call that a high Sabbath. But there was ceremonial Sabbath, and the Feast of Tabernacle was one such Sabbath, where you have a ceremony that was going on that Sabbath day itself. It was a Sabbath day, but it had the ceremony was going on that Sabbath day. Right? So we call it a ceremonial Sabbath. On that ceremonial Sabbath that starts from the 15th, it starts from the 15th and it will end on the 22nd of the 10th month. Right? Right? So this Feast of Tabernacle, right? What is it called really and truly? The Feast of what? It's not really letter B. Booths. The Feast of Booths. Right? The Feast of Booths. Let me just read it again. Now this Feast of Tabernacle, from the 15th to the 22nd, it is called the Feast of Tabernacle. Or we call it the Second Coming of Christ, but it is called Feast of Booths. Let me just read again why it is called the Feast of Tabernacle or the Feast of Booths. You will get this account in Leviticus chapter 23, right? It says this. On the 15th day of the 7th month was the Feast of Tabernacle. Booths were temporarily structured, made of olive branches, myrrh branches, pine branches, palm branches, and sticks to make pillars. You will get that in Nehemiah chapter 8, you will get that in Nehemiah chapter 8, 14 to 18. Page 60. Yeah, 60. This was to remind Israel of their temporary sojourn in the wilderness for 40 years, where they dwelt in booths and tents. There was to be a feast of ingathering 7 days at the end of the year to gather in the harvest of the field. So, what was the feast really and truly was for? feast was for the ingathering. 7 days for the ingathering. And at the end of that year, right, they gather the harvest. That is what the Feast of Booths was for. It was for the ingathering. So if you have the Day of Atonement, right, which is the investigative judgment upon the church, because judgment must begin at the church of God, and you have the investigative judgment separating the sheep from the goats, the wise from the foolish virgin. On the Feast of Tabernacle, they will have the ingathering of what you collected. Yes. The ingathering of what you collected. So, in the Feast of Tabernacle, which is the second coming of Christ, Christ is coming for the gathering. He's coming for the harvest that was right. You'll understand, right? He's coming for the harvest that was right. Right? So, I will leave that for now, and I will go to Ellen White, and I want to read one or two quotations from Ellen White in regards to this Day of Atonement, right? In regards to this Day of Atonement. I told you all last week that I wanted to show you all the kind of person that William Miller was. Let me just read a little passage of what kind of person William Miller was. Now, William Miller was not a person that he will just read anything and just go with anything. He was a person who used to take very keen thought on what he was doing. He used to consider a lot of things. In fact, he was an atheist when God convicted him. He grew up in a Christian environment. He grew up in a, what do they call it? A Christian environment. But when he became of age, he lost that religious influence, and being around people that didn't believe in God, he became an atheist. So when God called William Miller was not a religious person, right? William Miller was not a religious person. Let me just read a little bit of William Miller here. An upright, honest-hearted farmer who had been led to doubt the divine authority of the scriptures, yet who sincerely desired to know the truth, was the man specially chosen of God. So one of the things that you have to understand is that even though there was a disappointment, and there was a disappointment in around 1843-44, we'll go to see it. What you have to recognize is that God is the one that called William Miller. So even though the message met with a disappointment, the disappointment was God's doing. However, he got the message right, because the sister read for us in Revelation chapter 14. What was the first angel's message? Amen. So what God did is that God used William Miller to give the first angel's message. Fear God. Give glory to him. He knew what he was going to do in the second apartment. And because he knew what he was going to do in the second apartment, and after the Day of Atonement would be the Feast of Tabernacle, where his second coming was, what he did is that he made it a public thing. He made it that everybody knew what was going to happen at that point in time. Let me just read what she says. An upright, honest farmer who had been led to doubt the divine authority of the scriptures, yet who sincerely desired to know the truth, was the man specially chosen of God to lead out in the proclamation of Christ's second coming. He had a sound physical constitution, and even in childhood gave evidence of more than an ordinary intellectual strength. So he was very intelligent, he was a very strong man. As he grew older, he became more marked. His mind was active and well developed, and he had a keen thirst for knowledge. Though he did not enjoy the advantages of a college education, his love of study and a habit of careful thought and close criticism rendered him a man of sound judgment and comprehensive views. You see the kind of person William Miller was, right? He was a person, right? He loved to study. He had very careful thought. He used to look at things with very close criticism, right? Yes, like him, right? It says, and a close criticism rendered him a man of sound judgment and comprehensive views. And that is one of the things, Sister J, saying that we have to understand. God don't use any and anybody. God knows who he's using to carry on the work. So he's not going to use a person that doesn't really and truly reason out and weigh things and is dedicated to the work. He's going to use people that is dedicated to the work but has the mental capacity to reason truth, to encourage thoughts, right? To make sure that he has the truth in his purity, and that is the kind of person William Miller was. She said this: he possessed an irreproachable moral character and an unenviable reputation, being generally esteemed for integrity and thrift. That means he never used to spend money all over the place. He used to be careful when it comes to money, right? For integrity and thrift and benevolence, his dint of energy and application, he early acquired a competence, though his habits of study were still maintained. So, because of his intellectual capacity, right? And he used to take things into consideration and reason out things a lot. Even though he was a poor man, he got in the company of kind of like middle class people, but middle class people who, because of sometimes their intellectual knowledge, deny God, right? So being among them, his mother was a religious person, but being around them, he lost the religious atmosphere that he got. And he started, after a while, to think like these men. Does a God exist? You know? Do we have to serve God? Why do we have to serve God? And he started to think like that. After a period of time, after a period of years, God started to convict him about his ways, right? It says this. She said that he filled plenty military office. He got a lot of credit and honor for that, right? She said this, right? Living as he did in the midst of Christian institutions, their characters had been to some extent molded. Living as they did, let me just read a little higher. In early manhood, however, he was thrown into the society of deists, right? Men that study about different things about God, why God exists, you know. And at a certain they encourage skepticism. So while they think that they have all this knowledge, they're still dunce in regards to the Bible, still thinking, you know, that man comes from monkey, and even though you're not seeing monkey being changed into man, they still have that idea, you know, this kind of reasoning, right? So this is the kind of persons that William Miller surrounded himself with, being a kind of intellectual person, right? Huh? That's right. Blind because they didn't have faith. Yeah. Huh? Great controversy. Right? This would be an American reformer. In early manhood, however, he was thrown into the society of deists, whose influence was the stronger from the fact that they were mostly good citizens and men of humane and benevolent disposition. Living as they did in the midst of Christian institutions, their character had been to some extent molded by their surroundings. For the excellencies which won them respect and confidence, they were in debt to the Bible. At that point in time, in the 1800s, 1844, 1888, kind of people like Michael Jackson wasn't. You philosophers was considered to be important people. You know, people who write books was considered to be important people. You know, like Martin Luther, great reformer. Everybody knew Martin Luther. If he wrote a religious book, that religious book was a kind of like a talk around. So this is the kind of era that you're talking about. This man, these men, even though they were in institutions, they still had an idea of God. They will still discuss certain idea of God. That is the kind of atmosphere that you were dealing with, right? So he got thrown into the atmosphere where these men were, and she's saying that in the midst of Christian institutions, their characters had been to some extent molded by their surroundings. For the excellencies which won them respect and confidence, they were in debt to the Bible. And yet these good gifts were so perverted and so exert an influence against the Word of God. By association with these men, Miller was led to adopt their sentiments. The current interpretations of Scripture presented difficulties which seemed to him surmountable. Yet his new belief, while setting aside the Bible, offered nothing better to take its place. As he remained far from satisfied, he continued to behold these views, however, for 12 years. But at the age of 34, the Holy Spirit impressed his heart with a sense of his condition as a sinner, as all of us did, right? He found his former belief no assurance of happiness beyond the grave. And this is how William Miller started off. William Miller started off not having a belief in God because of the association with these men. And this is the kind of upright character that William Miller had. He was a man, right? He had a keen thirst for knowledge, right? He didn't have a collegiate education. He didn't went to college, right? According to the Americans, Right? Everything for them is college. Everything for them is college. According to Brother Menina, they call it college. Right? So he didn't go to college, but he had a keen sense for knowledge. Right? He had love of study and a habit of careful thought. He had close criticism, right, in regards to what is being presented to him. He had sound judgment, so he wouldn't go off on extreme things, right? He would weigh the circumstances very well, right? He possessed an irreproachable moral character and an enviable reputation, being generally esteemed for integrity, right, and thrift, and benevolence. He had energy, right, and competence, which means that he had a lot of skill in what he knew. He didn't just have knowledge, but he had the idea of how to do certain things from the knowledge that he acquired. In fact, he served in different positions when the war was going on. He served in different civil positions, and it is because of this kind of atmosphere that he used to surround himself with. He got to surround himself with people that denied the Bible. So when God called him 12 years after that, he was kind of disillusioned in regards to his moral state, like all of us do. At one point in time, we come to ask ourselves, Lord, I really want something more than what I am having now. I really want something more than what I am seeing. So, really and truly, those kind of myths that you see happening around, those kind of myths that these Illuminati people, what they give you, those things are not reality. Christianity is reality. The second coming of Christ is reality. Being obedient to the law of God is reality. Serving God in spirit and in truth is reality. Those are the kind of things that, you know, matters. And we have chosen the right path by the grace of God. So this was an example of really and truly the kind of person that William Miller was. William Miller was not fly-by-night person. So when God chose William Miller to be head of the first angel's message with the second angel message, he knew why he chose the man. And even though there was a disappointment, the message was correct. The message was right. Fear God and give glory to Him, for the hour of His judgment is come. Right? So the message was correct. And God actually used him to bring first and second angel's message. Amen? So, I hope by God's grace next week to start to deal with the disappointments. What really and truly happened? What really and truly happened? Right? For Medina. We know that the message was given by God, right? Could you give us an idea of what really actually took place in regards to William Miller there and the disappointment, and what really happened there that was trying just in a synopsis?
That's some big history in a synopsis. Listen. Okay, March, April, beginning of the Jewish year, March, April. Okay? So the whole year is supposed to end in next March, April. So the March, April started in 1843. I'm looking in March, April 1844. So he was looking for the March, April of 1843, which was in 1844. And that was the time we think that Christ would have come at the end of that same whole year, which will be March, April in 1844, which will be 1843. To them, according to the Jewish year. But it didn't happen. So within 1844, you had to go 7 months. So, March, April, May, June, July, that is 3. Right? Yeah. July, August, 4. August, September, 5. September, October, 6. October, November, 7. That was 7 months. They recognize that by the time of the 7th month, you will have the actual Day of Atonement taking place on the 22nd of October. So the movement from that March, April to October was 7 months. During that time, they said in 1844, Christ was coming. He was coming to judge the earth, they said. And judgment was going to start. And the world will end. The next day, after the 22nd of October, Christ didn't come. The movement failed. This concept of the judgment was right, but it was the second part of the judgment, not the first part. The date was corrected and was right, but it wasn't the second coming to the earth. So the difference is, the Bible shows he went to the sanctuary, not to the earth. The earth wasn't the sanctuary as they thought. So he went to the sanctuary, not the earth. He went to judge, not retribution. Okay? He went at the right date. So he only got a message in part. But that was a test for the whole movement. Because only those who were sincere continued. And the rest went off in different narcissism and extremism. One of them that developed all of it was washed through the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's right. But they keep setting dates. They hadn't learned any lesson. They keep setting dates way down to 28 and to 2000. They just keep setting dates. So that's why claiming that they are a profit now. But we call them a non-profit organization. Because they don't. Right? So they were one of the. But Adventism now went back and looked at the prophecy. They understand a judgment did begin. But the investigated judgment, not the retributive judgment. Right? Not the claims. So Adventism taught that the judgment began in the sanctuary where he went. The plagues will come from the sanctuary according to Revelation 50. The judgment will come. And you must pass in that judgment the investigated judgment. If you don't pass in it, then you're going to have to take the plagues judgment. But Adventism has a stigma over his head. The stigma is you are the people that say Jesus Christ coming and looking at himself. That's the stigma. Now the stigma has a bad side to it and it has a good side to it. The bad side is they're ridiculing us because Christ didn't come. They're ridiculing us. And a real mistake was made. But we corrected it. For heaven's sake, there was people from them. So why do they attack us when we came after Villa as a Muslim? Because we follow the tradition, not the error. We didn't follow the error, we followed the what? The traditions of the truth that came after. So the stigma on it is, you all made the mistake, we say, well, okay. If they say we mistake, we corrected it. But we're holding it to the true tradition. Do you love the coming of Christ? If you love the coming of Christ, why are you ridiculing those who so looking for him coming that they made a mistake? You should be have sympathy with them and make sure they get it right now. But you yourself don't need market right. Because you're looking for a secret coming. The Bible says, as the lightning shineth in the east, and I see also unto thee, so shall he. you ain't get the coming of Christ right yet. But we have it right. So we correct the problem with the judgment. We correct the problem with the retribution. We correct the problem with the date. And we also know we correct the problem with regards to the second coming that we know we will see when we come. What do you have against us? So what is the good thing about it is that we, I don't want to use the word defiance, because defiance is never a good thing. But we, in rejecting their ridicule, take the name Adventist. And the word Adventist means looking for the coming of Christ. So we are telling them who ridiculing us, we still have faith that the coming of Christ will be soon. And that's why we have the name Adventist. And we will keep the name Adventist because we are looking for the coming of Christ. And then the Bible says, those who look for him will he come forth. So Christ is coming for Adventists. Those come up looking for us. So I asked them, are you an Adventist? No, no, no. Well, then Christ is not coming for you. You understand? But if you look for his coming, he's coming for you, and you will be without sin. You'll be what? Sin-free. Anyway, do you believe in sin-free? They say, oh, no. My righteousness is in heaven in some kind of account. I mean, so they mean the righteousness of Christ not in me? He said, no, the righteousness of Christ is not in me, it's in an account in heaven. So you are righteousness less. So you are non-righteous Christian. You get the idea? Yeah. So that just shows you the falsehood of the religion. So thank God for what we are. Amen. We have the right name. 7th day, because the issue was which day for the Sabbath? The what?
7th day.
Or the first day. Which one?
7th day.
That's right. 7th day. And we're looking to the coming of Christ. So I go to some employers and he says, so you have 7 days. I say, hold on.
7th day. Amen.
So you have 7 days. I say, hold on. We are not 7 days. You need to study about it. The 7th day is the Sabbath of Yahweh thy God. So you need to check this. 7th day, not 7 days. And then 1 or 2, whenever I go and they know the receipt, they always know 7th day. And by the way, they say, we love you all, we'll always be on time. Amen.
Amen. So what we'll do is that we'll just have a closing word of prayer quickly. Most kind and eternal Father in heaven, thank you very much for calling us, dear Father, to be Adventists looking for your second coming. You have given us, dear Father, the tool for preparation for your second coming. You have taught us, dear Father, that you are not coming for any sinful generation. You are coming for those that are sin-free in behavior, in mind, in words, in faith. Please help us, dear Father, that we will prepare for your second coming like wise virgins. Thank you very much for calling us in such a time as this, where it is considered to be time of the end, and you will put in your appearance. So please help us to do the necessary preparation by keeping sin away from us as far as the east is from the west. For sin profits us nothing, and sin is against you, and sin has no part in your kingdom. So please have mercy upon us this week by giving us conquering and achieve victory, and helping us, dear Father, to prepare for your second coming. It's these things we ask in Jesus' holy and precious name we pray. Amen. Amen.